So yeah, we're live. Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm back again with a live stream, and in this one, I'm gonna be obviously gonna be talking about my round of 16 second leg transfers. So as you can see, this is the current team, and yeah, I'm gonna brief you to each pick and why I brought him in and how it went for me so far. So yeah, this is how things are gonna be in this stream. Meanwhile, if you are new here, please do subscribe. We do fantasy Premier League content, UCL content, and UCL fantasy content, and all the other fantasies that are played by the masses. We do discuss them here. There are YouTube shorts and full videos, all fantasy related content. So if you do enjoy such content, please do subscribe, and hopefully the content in the coming days would obviously satisfy your fantasy football needs. So yeah. And do please do like, and you guys can comment in your please do like, and yeah, you guys can comment in your suggestions according to my team and according to your teams, and obviously you can ask your questions too. I'm gonna answer and try and answer all of the questions. Obviously not an expert, but yeah, uh, I'll just I'm gonna use the statistical point of view to answer your transfer questions. So that is how things are going to be in this stream. Now moving back to the previous match day, the first leg, I scored 89 points. I really hate the fact that I didn't go for Vinicius Jr. in the midfield. I went for Koman instead of him, but Koman got me 11 points, and Mahrez was a big differential, who with the armband got me 20 points. So at this current stage, I've talked about in the previous video. At this current stage, I'm actually chasing the rank, and as I'm chasing the rank, I have to go for differentials. I cannot sit in with the transfers that are made by the masses, because that wouldn't have a huge effect on the rank, and obviously I'd have some low places movement if I uh, go for the standard picks. That is why I went for Mahrez, who was a differential. I gave him the armband for the punt, and he returned me 20. So yeah, that was something that gave a huge boost to my team. Other than that, all the other players did return. I mean, it was a good match day looking at the team. Karim Benzema got me 13, Osimhen got me 8, Haaland blanked, sadly. Kvaratskhelia got 4, Koman got 11 points, Riyad Mahrez, a big differential with the armband, got 20, Mario got 8 points, Ruben Diaz only 3, he ended up losing the clean sheet. I had Bastoni return me a clean sheet, and then there obviously was Grimaldo who returned me a clean sheet. So yeah, things were pretty nice. And as for the goalkeeper, Villa Chodimos gave me 6 points, and obviously there was merit too. Had I played any of them, there was 6 pointer confirmed for both of them, because they both of the teams are defensively pretty solid. Now as for the ranks, uh, here sorry, got a little bit confused. So yeah, as for the ranks, you can see I'm currently on 21 in my own league, but yeah, hopefully we can go much more upwards if we make the right moves this week and the upcoming and in the upcoming game weeks. And overall, you can see I'm on 19k. I was somewhere around 44 or 36k, I don't exactly remember, but currently I'm on 19k, which is a huge boost from my previous rank, and 35 overall in the country. So the plan is to move upwards, and targeting those differentials is what I'm currently eyeing. So yeah, if you have questions, you can chip in your questions, you can chip in your suggestions, and if you've got some differential moves in your mind, you can definitely comment below. I'm going to discuss that. And we are going to talk about it. So yeah, that would be helpful for all the others that are watching. So now let's move on to the team, and let's discuss what probable transfers I could make. So that lineups are already announced, and Grimaldo is obviously playing. Villa is playing. Now, I'm going to brief you about Cancelo here, who has lost the manager's confidence. I mean, it was a similar case with him when he was back at Manchester City at the end of his, Manchester City days before his loan move. So, it was rumors were that he got into a fight with some of the players and the boss. So yeah, he was then sent to Bayern on a loan. But to be honest, he is not gonna start this game, as the coach has confirmed that he is not opting to play João Cancelo, because he thinks that defensively the other option they have is much more solid. So at 6.6 million, if you have João Cancelo, I think you can take him out. I mean, this is wholly and solely based on what the manager has told us. So João Cancelo is one of the transfers. He's eating 6.6 million, and you can definitely go for some more better defenders at 6.6 million. So yeah, you can take him out, and it would be a good swap for Giovanni Di Lorenzo if you don't have him, or any of the inter defenders if you don't own any of them. Obviously, Dumfries is there too if you want to look at a differential, but I'd say go for Bastoni or another wing back or other wing backs they have, that because those are guaranteed starters. So yeah, Joao Cancelo it would be the first one to go from my side if I take him out, and it would be a an exact and a like swap with Giovanni Di Lorenzo, who is another attacking wing back. He got a goal in the previous game, and obviously I lost the points on him because I took him out, but I'm gonna bring him back in just for the attacking ability he has and the threat that he possesses, the attacking advantage that he gives to his team, and obviously to the UCL fantasy teams too. With the points, obviously he's going to return us. So Joao Mario is starting, we've got Grimaldo starting, and Villa Coutinho starting. So though no transfers to be made there. Now as for the forwards, I'm looking at a differential, and obviously my current plans are to either take out Karim Benzema or take out Erling Haaland and go for the likes of Kylian Mbappe, who I think would be among the scorers in this game. Obviously, looking at Bayern, they are not an easy side to play against, but they have been leaking goals. They have been very leaky and shaky defensively. In Bundesliga, they keep conceding couple goals or one goals, and yeah, the clean sheet hasn't been there for a while. So, I mean, a confident clean sheet is what I wanted to say. A confident clean sheet. They have kept clean sheets in the Bundesliga, obviously, in overall, but the confident ones aren't there for a while. And I think that their shaky defense would be something Haaland might not Haaland, sorry, Kylian Mbappe might feast on. So I would have to take out either Kylian Mbappe or Karim Benzema. That is the decision that I want to currently make here. So let me know should I take out. I've seen the Twitter. I have posted a tweet there, and some of you mentioned me to either take out Benzema or Haaland. So the people that mentioned that Benzema should go out was the sole reason that the 5-2 tie is done. Madrid are going to sit back; they won't attack too much. So that is one reason why Karim Benzema would not be much involved. And hopefully, if they go past 70 or 80 minutes without conceding a goal, Karim Benzema would be subbed out, and they're going to put in someone like Mariano or probably Rodrigo up front. And the other part was of Erling Haaland, are, I mean, who is expected to give another blank in this game week because people think that Leipzig are a defensively solid side. Obviously, they haven't been uh, similar Leipzig from the last year, but still, I think that Haaland could hurt them. Haaland is the kind of player, if he goes big, he might hurt them. So yeah, the people that argue with taking out Erling Haaland would obviously suggest me to take out Karim Benzema, but the ones that said keep Benzema and take out Erling Haaland they gave me the reason that Haaland is expected to blank this one because Leipzig are going to play too defensively. So now this is a $1 million question to who to take out. And now there are two options. I can go for Kylian Mbappe, and obviously the other one is Goncalo Ramos, who can be a big differential. Not a lot of people are gonna go for him, and bringing in a differential like Goncalo Ramos and giving him the armband today could do me wonders. But again, it would be risky with the fact that if I take out, I mean, if you look at Kylian Mbappe, he is a kind of player who is very explosive. He's going to explode. He's going to go when he goes big, he's going to score a couple of goals. With Goncalo Ramos, I mean, I can expect one goal from him, and that would obviously be wonders. But with the armband on him, if he blanks, and the other day, for instance, I took out Haaland or Benzema and they fire, I would be in hot waters and in deep trouble. So now the question arises: firstly, who to choose? But my current plan is to go for Kylian Mbappe and not take out Goncalo Ramos. But you guys do suggest me who should I go for, and yeah, this is, I mean, we're gonna have a discussion over who to go for. But my current plans are to, first one is to bring in Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Secondly, take out Karim Benzema. As the tie is done, I don't really expect to Real Madrid to go big and go score in these games. Obviously, there would be one guy who would threaten them with the pace on the wings, and that would obviously be Vinicius Junior. So I could take out Kulusevski from my side and easily bring in Vinicius Junior. Now, what about taking Mahrez out and bringing in Salah for this week? So that is one good move. That is one good move, to be honest, Alan. And yeah, I could consider that. But the reason why I won't bring in Salah for Mahrez is that if Salah goes out, I would then have to plan again for the next five transfers to be used effectively. But yeah, I could consider that. I could really consider that. I could actually take out Kulusevski from my side. But yeah, I wouldn't have. I could retain Kulusevski, take him out, and bring in Salah. this could be the move that you suggest, and this could be an explosive move. Salah has had a good season, not gonna lie. In the Champions League, he has had a fantastic season. I could do this move, but then obviously taking out Salah and alongside Karim Benzema, it would be risky for me, because if Salah goes out, here is my one transfer being used, because Salah is expected to go out. One transfer used here, Kylian Mbappe, it is a 50-50 kind of thing. Then Kulusevski, a 50-50 kind of thing. Koman, another 50-50 kind of thing. And Haaland. Obviously, these are some of the moves that uh, if I make these moves, I would be in trouble with the five transfers. So I would only use one transfer on a differential and the other two on players that are expected to go in the next round. So yeah, that is what my current thinking is. Alan, let me know what you think, and why do you think Salah could be a great move this week? As most of the people would suggest that a tie is done, and I do not expect Liverpool to go fire and try out more, because I think after 75 or 60 or 70 minutes, if they see that the tie is done, I don't think Liverpool are going to push hard anymore. And yeah, you if you've seen, Madrid sits back pretty well. Obviously, they have been conceding goals, but they sit back pretty well, and they know how and when to park the bus, because we've seen them doing that with the likes of PSG, Chelsea, and all the other teams. We've seen that thing from Madrid in the previous few seasons, and in the last season too. And yeah, among they've done this season too, with some stronger teams. Obviously, we can expect anything from Real Madrid, because they are a top side. Now, these are the three moves that could be done, but yeah, Salah, as suggested by Ellen, could be a good differential and a big differential. But bringing in Mahrez back and taking out Kulusevski, and I bring in Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is expected to go in the next round. If I don't get to Benzema in the next week, I would obviously have the Vinicius Junior cover to give me the Real Madrid attacking cover. Now, Kylian Mbappe, if he goes into the next round, I obviously retain him. If he doesn't go, I would go for Benzema, and it would be a double up. But if Kylian Mbappe goes into the next round, I definitely hold Vinicius Junior in the side and not go for Benzema. But I would have the Real Madrid cover with Vinicius Junior in the midfield. Now, these are the three transfers that I'm currently looking at. Oh, and Thiago Silva is one of those injured guys who is on another 50-50 kind of thing, who might stay in the tournament if Chelsea does wonders today, because I'm not expecting much wonders from them. And Dortmund has been playing brilliant football. They have evolved. They have evolved defensively. They do not concede easy goals now, and they haven't been the same shaky Dortmund from the last season. So it would be a tough fixture, and Thiago Silva is obviously injured. So yeah, he's kind of a guy who would stay on the bench. If he goes out, I would definitely, this is one transfer that I have to waste on him in any case, because he is expected to be injured for a while. But yeah, the UCL won't return for a while too. But obviously we'd assess things back. But as for now, this is one transfer that is easily being consumed here when we go into the next round with five transfers with Thiago Silva injured. So yeah, looking at the comments here, if you guys have any questions, please do shoot your questions, do suggest me moves. But yeah, these are what my moves are currently, and this is what I'm currently looking at. If we look at some of the differentials in the forwards, obviously Leo Messi is among the differentials, because not a lot of people would opt for Leo Messi. Obviously, he's owned by 24%, but the people that do not own Kylian Mbappe, they would definitely switch Messi out for Kylian Mbappe, who looked pretty. Messi looked pretty awful in the previous game, not gonna lie. And if you've got Messi and you are chasing rank, I think you can opt for a punt on Kylian Mbappe, Son or Coman. Son has been in an awful form, and judging by the form, I'd say Coman, who is in a brilliant domestic form, and alongside that, he scored a goal in the pre. I mean, it was a lucky goal, but to be honest, that he is scoring goals, and we've seen PSG are defensively not very solid, so you can easily go for Coman there, bro. Now coming back to the forwards, now Rui Silva, another differential you can look at. There's obviously Taremi, who I wouldn't suggest. Oliver Giroud, you can look at. Oliver Giroud could be a big differential, as the shaky Spurs defense might end up conceding against Milan again. And I do not expect Spurs to go into the next round, because they are playing some awful football. And to be honest, we've seen against Wolves, they were pretty bad. They were pretty awful, to be honest. Yeah, so these are some of the differences. Obviously, there are the likes of the Nunes, Des, Dzeko, Giovanni Simeone, Raspadori, And yeah, for a big punt, you can look at all the others, and there is one that is going under the radar, and that is obviously Chopu Moteng, who gets goals. I mean, not confirmed goals, but he does get goals. Like, he's not usually on the cards where you predict that he is going to be among the goals in big games, but he does get goals. He's been playing some brilliant football with with Bayern side and getting those goals in the Bundesliga. Luckily, there was Julian Alvarez too among the probability of the forward scoring. So obviously, we're not sure, we're not confirmed with Pep's transfers and not transfers, Pep's moves and Pep's lineups. But if you're looking for a differential, there is obviously Alvarez there. So these were the forwards, some differential forwards. Looking at the mids, obviously you've got Mo Salah, you've got Jude Bellingham, Sadio Mane is back. Leroy Sané is owned by a lot of managers. There's obviously Galeno who has climbed up. Rodrigo could be the one, but I wouldn't suggest any more Real Madrid players just because the tie is done and they wouldn't push very hard. Zelensky is there, Kamada is there. You can look at Mudric and from Chelsea, who is sorry not Mudric, he's benched. So yeah, we're gonna look at the lineups too once Sterling is starting. So I wouldn't suggest to go for Sterling. I mean, he has got goals here, he got an assist, a goal here, but I wouldn't suggest Sterling. He is not in a good form. Cancelo to A Silva. Let's look at his points. He's got a clean sheet, obviously with the likes of Grimaldo in the side. I think if you do not have Grimaldo, I think Silva could be a good one with a clean sheet he had. He had 6 balls recovered. Say he recovered 3 balls here. So when he's not keeping clean sheets, he's getting you those recovery points, and that is additional point. Obviously, these additional points do matter in situations where the margins are pretty fine. So yeah, he has a good tally, and his domestic form is all right too. As for me, I already have Grimaldo, so I think that I'm fine with the Benfica ones. But if you're looking at Cancelo to Silva, I think this could be an all right move. This could be an all right move. So yeah, the specific reason why I would suggest Giovanni Di Lorenzo if you don't own him is because of this. He scored a goal here. He got an assist here. He scored a goal here. So yeah, if you're lucky, you might get those attacking returns from him. Obviously, I wouldn't talk about the keepers. Not a lot of you would be willing to invest these 3 transfers in the keepers, but these two have been all right for me, and their domestic form has been all right too. Villa got a clean sheet in the previous one. It is expected that he'll get one again, and obviously there is merit. Don't know why it is not opening. Some glitch. Don't know why it isn't opening, but yeah, there's obviously Merit who got a 6 pointer in the previous game too. Should I take a -4 to take Cancelo and DiMarco out? How is your rest of the team looking like? If you can, to be honest, bro, if you can bench them and still play a good strong 11, I think that would be all right for you. But obviously not all the defenders do return in every week, obviously. But if you can start a strong 11 with benching these two, that's all right. But with Cancelo, I think he eats a lot of budget, and if you can just take him out without using a -4, I think that Cancelo would be all right. But if you are in deep trouble and you think that a -4 is the way, it is all right to take a hit, and it won't affect much if you have a good strong side and all your other picks are looking, you're pretty confident with all your other picks. So I think it wouldn't hurt taking a -4 just to take you out of the hot waters or out of trouble. So yeah, let me know what the rest of your team looks like and how are you starting your side. It would be easier for me to suggest that if you should take the -4 or not. Also, thank you for tuning in and thank you for your comments. This really means a lot, people. Looking at Jude Bellingham, he has had an alright season. Previous one was a clean blank. He got a yellow too. Before that, he made a lot of recoveries to get that 5 pointer, a goal before that, and a goal and an assist before that. So if he explodes, he's one of the players that usually go in for a lot of points. So I use this website for the probability. I'm gonna take you there. It was This one is, by the way, a free website. You can just go there and look at all the uh, predictions of the people scoring and stuff. Hopefully, they have updated it for the UCL Fantasy. So yeah, it is updated, and as you can see for match day 8, let's see who are the players likely to score. So hopefully this is visible on your screens, and yeah, you guys can use this website too, and it is completely free and pretty helpful, to be honest. So yeah, you can see Erling Haaland is up there with 60% chance of scoring. Gonzalo Ramos 51, a big differential. Like I mentioned again, if you want to go for a differential, Ramos is the guy for this week. Obviously there is nothing certain with him scoring, but these are all bases based on the predictability and the chances of scoring. So yeah, obviously Alvarez I mentioned is there, Kvaratskhelia, Rafa Silva. So as you can see, Mohamed Salah is up there below Jao Mario with a 33% chance of scoring. So before you make any move, Alan, you can definitely look at the website. This would be helpful for you, and Wajahat, you can use this one too. A very helpful website telling you about all the starting chances of the players and obviously the scoring chances too. So this is for the forwards. You can obviously look at the team clean sheet odds too here with Benfica up there 48%, Man City 44, Napoli 44, Spurs 38%. I'm not pretty sure with that one, but yeah, they are up there with 38%, Chelsea 36%, Inter 29%, Bayern, and up like below 36%, they are all the sides that might end up conceding a goal. And here you could see the win and a win, draw, and the qualification percentages of the teams. Let me just take you back to this list. So starting this list again with Erling Haaland, there's obviously Ramos. Let's pick out some of the differentials. There is Riyad Mahrez obviously with 38%, Karim Benzema with 38%, and Kylian Mbappe with just 39% of probability of scoring. So I might just at the end, before the deadline drop, we still have like 40 minutes. So before, I could still drop the plan of bringing in Kylian Mbappe and go for Gonzalo Ramos, who could be a big differential this week. So Leo Messi is there with 30% probability of scoring. There's obviously Leroy Sané, Cody Gakpo, Jamal Musiala, Kai Havertz, Oliver Giroud, Mason Mount, Raheem Sterling. Do you think Mahrez will start? I think he has been a brilliant player for Man City in the Champions League, and I think he should start, and he will start. He will start. I think he was benched in the previous game. He was missing from the previous game, and it is expected that he'll start. Looking at the probability of him starting, it's almost 70% that he'll start. To help you out more, let's look at Man City versus predicted lineups. I think there would be the updated ones here. And Mahrez is expected to start because he's scoring for them in the Champions League. So Manchester City is 69.9% voted here to win the game. There are some big margins. So the probable lineup of Man City is visible here. I've highlighted it for you, and you can see Ederson is there. There's obviously Walker, Akanji, Ake, Rodri, Bernardo, Mahrez, Gundogan, Foden, Grealish, and Haaland. So no Kevin De Bruyne here. So yeah, Wajad, hopefully this would be helpful for you. Thank you all again for tuning in. Thank you all for the comments. This really means a lot. And yeah, this is obviously helpful for me too. At the end of the day, you guys tune in to chip in your suggestions and your input, and that helps me with my transfer moves too. So on your screen is the visible Manchester City lineup, And you can see that there is Mahrez there, no Kevin De Bruyne as of now. And obviously no Alvarez, who is expected to score, who is in the list to score and has a higher probability than Mohamed Salah to score a goal, but he's not in the starting lineup. So yeah, that is how strange things are in the fantasy football. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. So moving back to my team, if I take Kylian Mbappe out and go for Gonzalo Ramos, I would have 2.6 million in the bank to spare. I could just take him out and go for Salah and still have 1.3 in the bank. So obviously I wouldn't recommend, like, if you're in the similar situation as me and chasing the rank and you're around somewhere in the 15k or 20k and living by fine margins, I wouldn't suggest a -4 if you are not into deep trouble. If yes, you can navigate with a -4, it won't hurt you much, because I've done this in the previous few seasons, taken a couple -4s when it was really needed. But yeah, they don't hurt much because you can recover that. This is a very small fantasy. You can quickly recover the lost points in the game weeks, because there is obviously the quarterfinals, there are semis, and obviously after semis, this fantasy is totally decided. You can not go for differentials in the final, because obviously the finals are only one fixture, they are not heavy scoring games, and it is very unlikely that your differential is going to return. So this is another move that I could do with Goncalo Ramos. I can really, accommodate the likes of Mohamed Salah into my side, and obviously Giovanni Di Lorenzo is one of the transfer that is confirmed. I wouldn't go on without him, but this way I'd lose the Real Madrid cover, who are expected to go into the next round, and I would have to waste my transfer on bringing either Karim Benzema or Vinicius Junior back, which I think would be an idiotic move from my side if I go into the next round without Real Madrid players. Hopefully, I wouldn't be an idiot if there is a big miracle and somehow Liverpool makes a comeback. But as of now, it is not expected. So I'd give the armband to Jao Mario, bro. It is an easy move for me to give the armband to Mario, who got a goal in the previous game too, and he's also on the penalties. I don't know why the hell it is not opening here. Let's open this from here. So yeah, you can look at his form: a goal scored, a goal scored, an assist, and a goal scored, a goal scored, and obviously 6 balls recovered. So yeah, even if he chips in around a 7 pointer, let's say, with a goal scored and a yellow but 4 balls recovered, I think it would be 14 for me. And yeah, if he goes big, I think a lot of people are gonna captain him this week, or specifically this match day. So just go for the likes of Kylian Mbappe, who I think could be my differential. And definitely, I'm going to give the armband to Mbappe tomorrow, and hopefully, he fires for me, because he has promised, he has saved his goals. And yeah, if things go bad, it would be on Mbappe that my rank would end up pretty badly. Let me know, who are you thinking about captaining, Vajad? Who would be your captain, and who would you suggest me to captain if not Jao Mario? Thank you again, guys, for tuning in. I keep thanking you because your support really means a lot. And yeah, this is pretty helpful for the channel. And yeah, we'd grow together. That is the aim. Let's look at the lineups, the announced lineups. Grimaldo could be a big differential, obviously, a big differential. You can do that. And yeah, that is not a bad idea too. 7 pointer, a clean sheet is confirmed. So 6 points are pretty done there. So anything above that would be very, very boostful for the rank. That is actually a nice idea. I might end up giving the armband to Grimaldo too. You've highlighted some great aspect here with He's got 12 pointer, a goal scored in the previous one where he conceded, then a 7 pointer. But the problem will then arise if he ends up conceding. I mean, they have a high probability of scoring keeping a clean sheet or scoring goals. But obviously, if they end up conceding a goal, it would be just a 4 pointer from him, and that would be 8 points. But whereas Jao Mario, if he scores, obviously not confirmed, it would be, 8 pointer. Obviously, there is risk, but yeah, if you think Grimaldo is a good option, definitely go for Grimaldo. Let's look at how Chelsea has lined up. Let's go to Foot Mob. That is what I use for the lineups. And obviously, they do have predicted lineups too. Here's the Champions League. On your screen are now visible the lineups. The Dortmund versus Chelsea. Chelsea playing a 3-4-3 and Dortmund playing their 4-1-4-1 formation. This is going to be a good tactical game to watch out for. There's Fofana, Koulibaly, and Kukureya starting. Obviously, Reece James has returned. He has been an absolute pain for me in FPL, and yeah, even if you have him, I won't comment on him. He has done me pretty bad in FPL every time I owned him. There's obviously Kovacic, Fernandez starting, Havertz up front, Felix, Sterling, Chilwell. The team on paper, Chelsea has obviously a good team on paper. If you look at Dortmund side, they have Schlotterbeck, Sule, Wolf, three good players, but not obviously not as rated as the Chelsea players, because obviously Chelsea has invested a lot of a huge amount on their team, and on paper their team would definitely look stronger. Sule is an alright player. Slaughterback has been alright. Guerrero gives that attacking aspect to them. And there's Emre Chan who's playing the defensive mid role here. Holler has been pretty alright. Oskan, Bellingham, there's their star player. Julian Brandt has been in form. He isn't being as highlighted as all the other players, like with the likes of Pedri. There's obviously Gavi, who are obviously not in the Champions League, but I'm talking about the general, the players that get hyped. There's obviously that Garnacho lad from Man United, and Jamal Musiala, but Brandt doesn't get that much attention, but he has had a brilliant season so far with Dortmund and is playing pretty well. Then obviously there's Marco Reus, their captain, and Holler. So they can explode too. They are a good side. They have an advantage of a goal from their home, and if they go big, they might end up knocking Chelsea out, which is obviously not very likely statement for the Chelsea fans. But this is how the football is being played these days. If you look at the insights here, you can see that Dortmund haven't lost in their 12 matches. Have won their, obviously if they haven't lost, they have won their last games. Obviously there could be draws too, but they have won their last games and they are unbeaten in 8 away games, which is a big and a huge stat to look at. Whereas Chelsea, they have been pretty shaky with the stuff. And the top scorers, Modric has 3 goals in this tournament, and Bellingham has 4 goals in the tournament, 2 assists for him, one for him. A little bit more rating than obviously from Modric, and Modric has 7 games played, whereas you've seen Bellingham play only 6 games. So we're gonna drag the stream for 5 to 10 minutes if there are more questions, and then obviously I'd shut things down. And obviously, you can contact me on Twitter if you want to ask questions. I would be there to help you a lot with any questions. And obviously, I've given you the website for the cheat sheet, Fantasy Football Pundit, where I usually use this. There are obviously Sports Mall and other websites for the predicted lineups. Obviously, FootMob, OneFootball, these all the websites give you those predicted lineups too. These would be helpful for you in the FPL too, and obviously in this one too. Free, no, you do not have to chip in any sort of money or sum for that. Just get the general idea for free, and then obviously use the moves that you have planned and you have in mind. Now let's look at the lineups from the other game before we close things up. And obviously Benfica playing Club Brugge. Now two interesting lineups here: the 4-2-3-1 of Benfica against a 3-5-2 of Club Brugge. So this is how they have. Ramos starts up front. There's Silva playing the cam role. Jao Mario on the wings. There's Orsnes on the wing, Chiquinho and Luis playing the defensive, that double pivot, and Silva, Otamendi, Grimaldo, and Bah their defenders, with Villachodimos in goal. Hopefully, I pronounce his name correctly every time. Coming back to my team. So this is how I'm gonna lock in, and yeah, João Mario. I don't know why they are not being clicked, but obviously João Mario would be the captaincy option for me this time, and I'd move the armband to Kylian Mbappe if I bring him in. But if I go for Gonzalo Ramos, I'm obviously 5 minutes earlier. I'm gonna post a team on Twitter, so yeah, you guys can check it out too, and let me know if I've done any blunders, because yeah, and obviously take help from that too. So this is how I'm intending to use my three free transfers here. So, as there are no questions, I think it's time to wrap things up. I would thank you all for joining in. This really meant a lot for me, obviously helpful for the channel. Again, please do subscribe if you are new here. We're gonna do more and more live streams. I'm hoping to allot some time to the fantasy Premier League live streams too. Obviously, with the likes of all the big content creators, I wouldn't be rated as much, but yeah, we're gonna try that. I think I've had an all right season. With the move that I made in FPL 2 and the UCL Fantasy 2. But yeah, there would be content, more and more content coming soon onto the channel. So please do subscribe. And yeah, let me know how I could make things better for my channel, how I could make things more interesting for you lot, so you guys enjoy the things that I do, and we both have we all have fun watching these videos and make these videos more interactive. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I will just shut the stream down now, and yeah, thank you all again for watching.